Hi, I'm Susan Costin. I am the Assistant Superintendent of Special Education for the Merced County Office of Education. Special education began at Livingston at Shelby School. Students were located on one central campus in the county and they were bused in from all over. Over time, the philosophy changed and it was more important to include students as near their home campus as possible. So we started moving classes off the campus. And as the student population grew, we started adding more classes on school site campuses so students could be closer to their home.
Well, the history of Merced County special education developed gradually and time-wise somewhat behind programs in the metropolitan areas. But by the 1940s, when the state had a full array of programs for children with special needs, Merced County was beginning to develop a full array of programs for youngsters with a wide variety of special needs. Moving up ahead to the 70s, Merced County had nearly all the programs available, and that means funded by the state. Special activities and support from community groups really are important, and they're part of the history of special education in Merced County. Going back to the mid-70s, there were parent organizations. One was attached directly to Shelby School, and that parent organization really drove expansion of the social part of the program for those students. There were dances and parties and trips that happened as a result of that parent organization. Special Olympics has been another area of special education programming that's drawn a lot of support from community groups. Community support is vital, and it has the side benefit of the community becoming much more acquainted with special needs populations.
My name is Eula Toka, and I am a former instructional aide in the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program at Merced County Office of Education. I am also a parent of a son who is deaf. After he was about 3 years old, there finally was a program opened up here for young children. And the same teacher that was my itinerant teacher that came to the home had the class with my child. And from then on, it's a beautiful, beautiful history. My first job with the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program was as an itinerant instructional aide. I used to go around the county as was needed. Another thing, as a result of that, my son who is deaf now works in the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program also. And he's enjoying it very much. The IEP, that is one of the best things that to me, that happened in the program. The educators that were working with Justin when he was young explained to me all of the things that was, concerning the IEP. And it really, really helped parents. If you set up a program or a plan and have the educator know that this child is capable of doing this, all they need is to make sure that they get that little extra push. Well, I felt that that was very, very beneficial for me.
I'm Mark Shelby, son of Floyd Shelby. I went to school, Merced High School, graduated '67, which puts me right at the beginning of when special education really was taking off. Funding began. I remember Dad's conversations, and he was excited about that. There was definitely a need in the county for these kids. I remember Dad talking about Doc Wolahan, and he had a large mansion. They used the house, and there was no special facilities at all. It's a beautiful thing to get those guys going. The grants were out there. They started pulling in. There was a whole lot of monies became available at the state level. And then when they dedicated it, the Floyd A. Shelby School, gosh, Dad goes out there. He took me out there, and we're looking at this thing. We're going, holy mackerel. Because it was so, antithetical. My father was not a politician and a low-key guy, but Dad had a soft spot in his heart for those kids.
Another one of the programs that we had relatively early on in Merced County was under the label of a development center. We started them in a building that was the former home of a wealthy psychiatrist who lived in the Livingston area. The county office was able to purchase that property, and for about 7 years the property was used as a school facility. It was a challenge to serve children in that situation, and I had the opportunity to be principal of that program for a little while. I also had the even better opportunity to be there when a brand new state-of-the-art developmental center was built there, and we removed all the buildings. The facility that we built included very specialized elements that were particularly designed to serve those youngsters.